Hello, everyone. As we all know, the Tate Brothers spent 24 hours in jail again. I documented it all and cut out the best clips and highlights. In this video, you will see their crazy jail workout, which is literally insane to watch. Please leave a like on this video, subscribe, and hit that notification button. I hope you enjoy. Let's go.
Herbal men.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Nice. Cut the pile in half.
First, you or me. When's the next time we're going to Fresh and Fit? I would like to do Fresh and Fit soon, but I think that's also going to be one of the most important podcasts to do when all of this is completely open. Speak absolutely freely.
Yeah.
We will see.
Yeah, a full expose.
Buy yourself some jail cigs. Thank you very much. Can I come visit you for one day, Andrew and Tristan? No, you can't, because I don't know who you are, and you're probably not interesting, so I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, I want you to understand at home. I appreciate the messages of, hi, I want to come visit you. Hi, I want to come see you. Hi, can you mentor me? Hi, can I come work for you? I'll be... Thousands of messages read that exact same thing per day. If I need anyone for anything, I can find them within the war room. 1. 2, in a day and age when I get hundreds of letters every day, 99 from fans who adore me and 1 from assassins threatening to kill my family. If you come to my gate, I'm not going to walk out and talk to you. I don't know who you are. I don't know if you're an enemy or a friend. So although I might be polite if you see me on the street, don't come to my house. No, you cannot come visit me.
This is the real world. You want something, you make $20 a day, go and sweep the streets.
Masa.
Masa. Nice.
What's the next?
Muchas más plus. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. Nice.
Nice masa.
Bowl of potato soup. I did tell them to make sure this.
What the fuck is this?
A spork.
It's an abomination. It's a fork one side and a spoon as the other side. It's like fucking transgender. Is this you?
Did you do this?
This is something to do with you, isn't it?
No.
It must be. This is a fucking disgrace. I've seen a spork before, but I've never seen this level of degeneracy in an eating utensil before in my life. And I am strongly suspecting you as the culprit.
I'm not that.
You must have something to do with this.
I didn't manufacture that. I don't own an Indian plastic.
Is this
crap.
what you use to eat on your little spaceship? You and Neil.
In a gravity-free environment, I don't imagine you'd use.
Oh, gravity-free, huh? So they're just floating around everywhere, all around you. You and Neil, naked, flying around the universe with these, flying in between your private parts. They're fucking weird.
When did I spill water on the floor again?
Don't do that.
To fuck with your schedule. But I don't like you.
Why don't you like me?
Many reasons. I remember how Jaden tried to do push-ups on his screen. It was the worst thing ever. Someone's fucked with one of my plate balls. Look.
When you're free from jail, what car are you going to drive and where in the world?
Lot off a cliff.
Don't fuck with my Lada. You can throw yourself off a cliff all you like. You leave my Lada alone.
Alright. Time to jail workouts now.
Then 40, then 30, now 40, then 30, we go back and forth, 40, 30, all the way to 1,000. So 170 so far. Next set is 40 to 110. We have lots of time. Lots of time. So.
You could travel back in time anywhere. Where would you go?
I'm not sure.
Two different scenarios. One, you had to try to blend in. And two, you had an invisible ship that could run around and look at things, but you weren't.
Ancient Rome.
Sargoya, how does that make you feel? Honestly. Great, crying prisoners. Nice and realistic. Shut the fuck up! You know the best thing about jail? When I was in your room, me and you had no electronic devices and just had to talk to each other. That was the best thing about jail.
Worst. Fuck you.
Stop talking to me. I wish you had an electronic device so you could go back to ignoring me.
For everyone who's tracking, I'm 180 now.
You're on
40, 30, 40, 30, 40.
You know how many?
180.
Because I know you think you're an athlete and a sportsman, but really, can you compare yourself in terms of great British sportsmen to someone like Phil the Power Taylor? So I know you're the 4-time kickboxing world champion. That's real cute. But you do know that you've been beaten and transcended on all levels by Phil the Power Taylor, right? It's 1999 London. You're walking around the streets. You're safe. No one's going to stab you. People out. Sociable, friendly. What a great country England was. Even though you don't drink, you could have enjoyed a nice day down the pub, you know? Sat in the beer garden, lime and soda, slice of lemon, packet of scampi fries. Remember when we used to go down to Leicester Arms for steaks every 2 or 3 weeks when we had £20 to buy a steak with? Now we eat steak basically every day. We eat the most expensive steak there is basically 5 or 6 days a week.
Oh no, we're in jail.
Not today we don't. And not in jail we didn't. You need a cigarette after this set. Hardens your arm muscles.
$220.
Admit that you've forgotten how to use a pen.
I just used it.
And what did you write?
220.
You don't know numbers. What did I do when I was born in jail? A nice little relax, a nice little lie down. You can always have a lie down in jail, that's the thing. When you're working your normal 9 to 5s like I have done for many years of my life, you can't just stop what you're doing and lie down, can you? That's like a privilege reserved for toddlers. And once you get over like 4, you can't really just lie down all the time.
True.
But in jail, you have 10 lie downs a day, you know? So tell me, what was the hardest thing about jail?
You.
Shut up. I'm going to make a shank. I'm going to manufacture a shank.
The pursuit of happiness defies science, okay?
That's not true. The pursuit of happiness does not defy science. The pursuit of happiness, Andrew, does not defy science. It's so fucking hot in here. I'm going to take longer between my sets because it's so fucking boiling hot. And then when I was in jail, you know the worst thing about being hot or being cold? You think you'd instantly like the opposite one. I remember jail when it was super cold. I thought, I just wish this room was warm. I just wish this room was cold. There's no aircon in here. Jail would be hot if we were there now, though. No aircon there either. Big brick building. Do you think the idea of jail was to get us to confess to crimes that didn't happen?
Bravely we up against all hope. There's so much at stake. Here's our freedoms up against the road.
Let me ask you a question.
Does the crowd understand?
I want to ask a question.
Is it East versus West?
Or I'm not talking to you.
Or man against man?
Go to sleep.
Can any nation stand alone?
This blanket's soundproof.
In the burning heart, just about to burst. There's a quest for answers, an unquenchable thirst. In the darkest night, rising like a spire. In the burning heart, Tristan Tate is a dork.
I want to ask a question about crime in general and motivation. What would have to be in it for you to commit any crime? Let's say a crime that could.
Loads of crimes.
Let's say a crime that will give you 2 years in jail.
Okay.
What would have to be the motivation, the benefit for you to do that crime and maybe get caught?
Free Bewitched CD?
Because I wouldn't do a crime for $1 billion.
You wouldn't. I do a crime for $1.
What? Murder someone.
Correct. I get a girlfriend with TikTok for $1.
From now on, every time I meet someone who has TikTok, friend or girlfriend, I'm going to make them give me $1. So I've human trafficked them.
Nice.
Rory, Bailey, everyone with social media, I'm going to tell them when to do a post and take $1 from them.
They know it's stupid. They don't care.
Who are we inviting to jail?
I want everyone at home to track this. I did 40, 30, 40, 30, 40, 40, 40.
It is tracked.
260.
It's on film.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
How's it not tracked?
260. 740 to go.
Who are we bringing into jail next month on the 12th? Well? You know, these are sound bites from real protests that happened.
Free Top G. Free Top G. Free Top G.
Nah, keep him in jail.
It does give us happiness, doesn't it? When we heard people screaming Free Top G.
There are protests in Australia, Greece, London, lots of places.
Free Top G. Free Top G. Free Top G.
I'm always free.
My mind is free. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulations for 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Revelations 10. 2, chapter 10. Chapter 2, verse 10, my bad. The devil threw us in jail, Andrew. There's actually a cockroach here. Was that actually a cockroach crawling in my bed? Yeah, look. I'm not joking, Andrew. I think it must have come in from the garden. Either that or Rory's dicking with us.
It's food, bro. As soon as food's around.
Huh?
As soon as food's around.
What?
As soon as food is around, bro. There's food. You got eggs on your bed and shit.
No way. How legitimate is that? No, it's only a tiny little bug. In fact, I don't think it's a cockroach at all. I think it's some sort of firefly. Killed him though. Nah, it's not a cockroach. Like a jail cockroach. It's a beetle from the garden. Well, that's authentic at least. This isn't food, bro. This is eggshell.
Walk on them.
I don't really understand what you're trying to say. I was reading the Bible, and a beetle crawled up next to me. Reminds me of jail. Can't believe Bailey put a cigarette in my Bible. He got me. He really fucking got me. Can you admit that you are not an origami master? I feel like the soup we had was worse than the soup we ate in jail. You know why? I feel like the soup we had in jail was well-intentioned people trying to make soup as good as they could with shit ingredients. Whereas what we're eating now is badly intentioned people trying to make soup taste bad with all the possibilities they can.
Ah! Fuck you! Ah. Let me out! Ah, shit!
Do you think he's gonna get out?
Yeah, I think it will work. I think everyone who ever kicked off of jail got out.
That's
Because-
why they keep us here.
Because we sat there calmly, they didn't let us out. That's why we did 92 days. If we just screamed and shouted, we would have got out too.
Probably right.
Next time we go to jail, we kick off.
Scream and shout.
Scream and
Let
shout.
me out!
I think it might work.
Tate Brothers! Tate Brothers! I want 3 cigarettes from Tate Brothers! Do you
100%
know my
accurate.
people?
He's been listening to our
My
jail
people fuck
stories.
the Tate Brothers, no problem. Any day.
You give me cigarettes until we get
You
fucked.
listen to me, Tristan Tate. I want cigarettes.
Well, in jail, they were a lot friendlier.
Tate Mafia. I am Tate Mafia.
They were a lot friendlier when they asked us for cigarettes in jail, and a lot more respectful.
Not all the
4
time.
cigarettes. 5 cigarettes. Tate Brothers. Tate Brothers. You hear me, Tristan?
But instead of a bad Russian accent, they just spoke Romanian.
Now I am Tate Mafia. Anyone want to mess with the Tate, they mess with me.
That was
I
a real
have
person.
cigarettes now from my friend.
Maybe you should tell the audience about who that really was.
Thank you, Tristan Tate.
There was a real man in
Tate
jail
Mafia now.
who did this exact same thing. He was poor and had no money. And after I gave him cigarettes to help him out and make him feel better, he walked around the prison threatening people, saying he is now with the Tates. And if we start a fight on him, that all of us are going to beat him up. Despite the fact that me and Andrew were locked in a different cell than him, so we had no way of helping him in his fights. His name was Mustafa.
You had no way of helping him. I did.
And he walked around the jail, threatening everybody with us, saying that we were going to beat him up.
Mustafa loved Tristan Tate for a cigarette. Anyone mess with Tristan, they are dead. Or Andrew. I am Tate Mafia now. Who wanted it? Mustafa loved Tristan.
Pretty accurate. So let me get this straight. If hypothetically, because obviously we have no cars, but if hypothetically we have 42 cars, us buying them and then locking ourselves in jail is a way of helping fight climate change and reduce materialism. Because we own them, but we lock ourselves in jail instead of drive them.
Correct. We're saving the world little by little, bro. Little by little, my friend.
You truly are selfish. Selfless. You're a truly selfless man.
There we go.
You buy a massive percentage of the world's supercars, more than anyone really needs.
Yep.
And you keep them undriven and you lock yourself in a room.
Exactly.
Kind of like hermits of really expensive churches back in the day when they had gold and all the things that were accessible and all the worldly treasures of man. They would just not really eat and just pray all day and lock themselves away.
Exactly.
Is that you now?
Yes.
Andrew the Hermit. You are saving the world. Because think about it. If you bought every car on Earth, yeah, and you owned every one, and you locked yourself in jail, no cars would be driving. So you're doing your bit. Obviously we don't have any cars. But theoretically, if you had over 40, You've taken 40 cars off the road. How much are private islands? Epstein ruined private islands, though, didn't he?
I mean, private island be boring, bro.
Be boring as fuck.
They're cheap. Buy one now. They're cheap. Couple $100,000, but you got what? Infrastructure, electricity, food, sewage. Set everything up there. Build something there. Move everyone to it. To do what? What are you gonna do that's so private you can't just do in a hotel? We're not fucking pedos.
That's what I mean. Epstein ruined the private island.
There's nothing to do with a private island. I'm gonna do. Oh, I'm gonna have sex with girls. I'll do that in my house. I don't need to go to an island to have a threesome. I'm not a loser.
That's a good point.
Imagine being the kind of dorky dude who's like, oh, it's and I got all these hot girls, so I need an island. What, is your penis that small? You're trying to hide your small pee-pee that badly
From the rest of the world.
from the rest of the world,
From every federal jurisdiction.
from
So
civilization.
So see how short your dick is.
They can spy on me all they want and see how huge my cock is. I don't give a fuck. I have sex at my house.
They're spying on us. So what we do is we put live cameras on us all the time so the whole world can watch. Just don't human traffic anyone. Andrew, I've been doing TikTok and I made some money. So I'm going to give you a cigarette and that means I'm human trafficked.
Agreed.
Imagine how cataclysmically life-ending jail must be if you're not a guy like us. Imagine you rented your house, worked a job. Imagine they just threw you in jail and you were working a job to rent a house where your wife and kids lived in and they relied on your income and your money. Imagine how destructive that must be.